Niners. Let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. Niner fans. Y'all know what time it is. It's kickoff. And of course, I have to say, faithful Niner Empire. What's good? You know who it is. It's your boy, Jay in the Bay. Can you guys believe it? Now, I didn't know. I had no idea that there could be Christmas morning in September. Who would have thunk it? The day has finally come. It's finally time for the 49ers and Lions to meet week one. I'm so excited for this moment. It seems like this has been the longest off season I can remember being a 49er fan for sure. There's obviously a lot of expectations this season. Obviously with the selection of Trey Lance, Jimmy G probably be his last year with the team, but there's definitely a lot of expectations going into this season. And like I said before, it's been a really long off season, and I'm just glad that the day has finally come. We're about an hour and 28 minutes prior to kickoff. It's an early kick this morning. We're in obviously Motown, Detroit. Obviously, they have a lot of fans there. I'm sure it's almost sold out. It's their home opener, and the Niners need to come in with the right mindset, the right attitude to get the job done. Obviously, as fans, I think most of us know that we're pretty much going to handle the Lions. This is a complete mismatch. You look at coaching, you look at management, you look at the players on the field. Obviously, the 49ers have a lot of talent on the field, and I don't see any Lions player that you could really pick over the 49ers. I just don't see it. That's how much talent we have on this team. Shout out to John Lynch. And first, shout out to all the people who are watching on Jay in the Bay Facebook page. I salute you. Shout out to everyone watching on Jay in the Bay YouTube channel. This day is finally here. I can't wait till kickoff. But first, this show is nothing. This show is nothing without the fans. And of course, we know the Niner fans are some of the best fans in the NFL. And let's say what's good to all the people who are in the chat. Let's say what's good to Jay Mouse. Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Jay. Good morning. Hopefully you're having an excellent Sunday morning. Jay says, let's get this W. Absolutely, man. Jay also says he's going to help me out this morning by reading the injury report. I appreciate that, Jay. And I know, off the top of my head, we know Kinlaw's not playing due to a knee injury. Mosley's not playing, our corner, due to a knee injury as well. Jalen Hurts on IR. He will be out, I believe, at least until week 4, and then he'll be reevaluated. So, hoping the best for him. And 49ers Ultimate Report. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, John J. I know you're going to enjoy the game today. Are you doing a live stream of the game, play-by-play? Let me know in them comments. And thanks for tuning in to the stream. Let's see who else is in here. Let's see. So we got Jay and 49ers Ultimate Report saying what's up to each other. Jay is very excited for football to be back. I am as well. Jay says, I hope it's not a trap game. I don't think so. It's the first game of the season. I don't believe in trap games being the first game of the season. Everyone wants to get off on the right foot. No one wants to start the season 0-1. And, I think the Niners are going to come in with the right mindset. And, we're going to take care of business in Detroit. Now, if this game was week 12, week 13, and let's say the Lions were, 2-8 or something, or 2-9, whatever. And, the Niners, we obviously have a winning record. We're looking good. Then maybe that could be a trap game, but I don't see this being a trap game. This is week 1. Everything that you get in this league, you have to earn it. Nothing's given to you. And let's be real. The Lions, they have new management, new general manager, new head coach, new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. Those 3 coaches have all played in the NFL before, so they get respect immediately from the players because they've done it at the highest level. Also, the players, I've heard that the players did not like playing for the players did not like playing for Matt Patricia. He definitely seems like it did not earn his respect. And they did not like playing for Matt Patricia, but now they have a new head coach. I'm sure he brings a new energy into the building. And let's be real, the Detroit Lions are not going to lay down. We just have to put that out there. The Detroit Lions will not lay down. This is a team that, they don't have as much talent as the 49ers, but they put on their shoulder pads the same way as the Niners do. They buckle their chin strap the same way the 49ers do. So let's be real. The Lions are not going to lay down. Week 1, home opener in front of their fans. The first time fans have been there, since the 2019 season. So let's be real. The Lions will not lay down. So the Niners need to have the right mindset, and I think they will. Let's see. Jay says we can finally put the talk aside and finally see how the season goes. Exactly. There's no more. Who are the Niners going to draft? We don't have to worry about that no more. Who the Niners going to draft? Who's going to be the starter? We know it's Jimmy G. There's no doubt about that. But I was never concerned about who was going to be the starter. At least in my opinion, I felt that Jimmy G gave the team the best team to win, at this point. And then we'll see how the season progresses. And as long as Jimmy plays well, I think he should continue to be the starter. But that's been my position from day one. And this is because he's still on the team. The Niners could have gotten rid of Jimmy months ago, but they chose to stick with him. And usually teams do not have a $25 million backup quarterback. Usually they don't have that. Young Hitter, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Young Hitter. He says, what's good, Jay and the Bay? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Let's go Niners, baby. It's game day. Absolutely. I've been waiting for this day for months and months and months. It's finally here. I can't wait till 10 a.m. Pacific time. The Niners kick off. The Niners and Lions will kick off. And some of the things I'm most excited for, I just want to see the team play. I just want to see the starters play. I want to see, obviously this is a return. Y'all saw the thumbnail. This is a return of Nick Bosa. So I'm definitely excited for that. And Nick Bosa will have an interesting matchup going up against one of the Detroit Lions offensive linemen. That's something I want to get into. We will get into shortly. But yeah, I was excited to see Nick Bosa back. D Ford will be back. That'll be exciting to see. We haven't seen Jason Verrett. We haven't seen Jason Verrett all preseason. And I think that's for a good reason. He doesn't really need to play preseason games, but it'd be good to see, Jason Verrett at that corner spot. I'm trying to remember. I don't think Jimmy Ward played in the preseason. I don't think he did. So it'd be good to see Jimmy Ward back there. The current starter opposite of Jimmy Ward, I haven't seen who's going to be the starter. I'm assuming it's Tyrone Williams. But we'll see once that happens. I want to see Talanoa Hufanga. I want to see him, on special teams. Maybe he could get in on defensive snaps as well. He's definitely been an excellent fifth-round pick by John Lynch. And obviously, we got to see the wide receiving core. I want to see the wide receivers: Ayuk, Debo, Trent Sherfield, Muhammad Sanu, Jennings. And I'm definitely excited for the game. And let's see who else is in the comments. Let's see. Jay says Mosley and Kinlaw are out and Jalen Hurd is out. Correct. Yes, sir. Corey Davis, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream. KD. He says, hello, Jay in the Bay. Appreciate you coming through, man. Let's see. Jason, Niners smash Massey. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, man. He says, let's go. I know everyone is geeked up for the game to start. I'm very excited as well. Rams House, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Rams House. He says, what's good? So excited. I am as well. I know you're excited for your LA Rams to play against the Chicago Bears on Sunday Night Football prime time. I'm looking forward to that game as well. That should be an excellent game. And I think the Rams they got a tough matchup against the Bears, I think. I think the Cardinals, they have a tough matchup against the Titans. And then the Seahawks have a tough matchup against the Colts. So I think the Niners have one of the easiest week 1 games among the NFC West opponents for sure. Cards and Titans, that's going to be a tough, close game. Rams and Bears, it depends. If the Bears turn the ball over multiple times, I can see the Rams winning that easily. But if they don't, I think it'll be closer than people think. And then Seahawks and Colts, that's going to be an excellent game as well. That should be pretty close as well. J Mouse, he says Adam Schefter is still talking about the Mac Jones smokescreen. He said the Niners trade up to 3 to block the Pats from getting Mac Jones. Yeah, we'll never know. Well, we will never know unless you interview Shanahan and Lynch, and you're 100% guaranteed that they're going to tell the truth. We'll never know, but people will do anything for clicks. Ram South says, "What jersey are you rocking for the game?" I'm rocking the Ayuk show. Got to rock my Brandon Ayuk jersey for the game. Which jersey are you rocking, Rams House, for your Sunday night game tonight? Let me know in them comments. And we have a legend in the building. I can't believe this guy is here. Joe Montana, what's good? Thank you for gracing us with your presence today. Joe Montana, greatest quarterback in 49ers history. Some say the GOAT of quarterbacks in the NFL. He says, let's go. Absolutely, man. Very excited. Young Hitter says it's time to rise and win this game. Absolutely. Let's see. Rams House says that pressure will be all over Goff. If you send blitzes, I don't think it will end well for Goff. He struggles with pressure. Yeah, that's a great point. And Goff has struggled, the last 4 times against the Niners. He's been a turnover machine. I think the last 2 games he's thrown at least 3 interceptions versus us, and I think that should continue today. And make sure you guys stay tuned for Jay and the Bay's 5 keys to victory for the 49ers. That will happen later on in the show. But yeah, let's see. Joe Montana says Josh Norman getting some action in today. Absolutely. It's funny because Josh Norman, he's in shape, right? He's in shape, but he's not in football shape. And the only way you get in football shape is, hey, you got to practice. You got to, participate in training camp. And he's had no off season, and he's only practiced maybe 5 days, if that. But we need Josh Norman. We definitely needed Josh Norman because Emmanuel Mosley, he's got that lingering knee issue. He battled the hamstring issue earlier on in training camp. Who knows if that's 100% healed, his hamstring. But usually hamstrings, they just don't get better unless you're not, doing physical activity other than rehab. But Norman will definitely be needed today. It'll be interesting to see who starts opposite of Jason Verrett. Will it be Josh Norman? Will it be Demo Lenore? Could it be Dante Johnson? Who knows? But if I had to bet, I would say it'd either be Norman or Lenore. And what I love to say, those who follow Jay and the Bay, I love to say, a secondary's best friend is the pass rush. If the pass rush can get to Goff, I think it'll definitely help the secondary. We can, confuse Goff at the line of scrimmage and also get pressure on him, and that'll make him uncomfortable in the pocket. And now that could lead to turnovers, and that's what I think will happen today. Jay agrees with Joe Montana. He says, I think so about Josh Norman playing today. 9129er, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, 912. He says, what's good? 8 a.m. So ready for the game. I am as well, man. I think you need to say I'm so ready for the game. Yep, I'm ready as well, man. Jay says, breaking news, Josh Norman will not play. Is that accurate? Jay? Let's see. Let me look that up real quick, Jay, just to confirm. Let's see. Let's look that up real quick, Jay, about Josh Norman not playing. Let's see. And I think I saw something else about Trey Sermon too, and I think that's what Jay was just about to say, that Trey Sermon may not play as well. Let's see. Yeah, right now I'm not seeing anything on Josh Norman or Trey Sermon not playing, but I will continue to look. But I appreciate the update, though. Yeah, so it looks like I see something on. So, yeah, so here it looks like the 49ers have given out their current inactive. So it looks like this was done uh, by Kiani Martin. She's a 49ers senior reporter. And this was done today, about 15 minutes ago. So I appreciate the update, Jay. And then it says the headline is Trey Sermon, Josh Norman are out versus the Lions. And that's definitely disappointing. Will it affect the outcome of the game? I don't think so. But let's see why. So if Sermon's not in, then I think obviously it'd be Raheem Mostert, Elijah Mitchell, Jermichael Hasty getting the bulk of the carries, and I think we'll be fine in that department. Now with Josh Norman not playing, I mean that's crazy, right? With Josh Norman not playing, let's see why it doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say he's battling an injury or anything with Josh Norman. It doesn't say he's battling an injury, but so I don't know why he's not playing. But it looks like we'll have, obviously, Verrett. K'Wan Williams will be in that slot. Ambry Thomas will be there. Lenore and Dante Johnson. So those will be the current corners. And that could be a problem. But if our pass rush is there, I think we'll be okay against Detroit. Let's be real. For those that don't know about the Detroit Lions, I believe they signed Tyrone Williams, wide receiver. He was pretty good with the Chargers, but he went with the Raiders, and when he was a number one receiver there, he wasn't really successful. He had an okay season. He sat out last year due to COVID, and now he's on the Detroit Lions. Rashad Perriman, he's a speedster, but he's been on several different teams the last few years, and we'll see. We'll see if he could present a problem, because he is really, really fast. And I appreciate that update, Jay. Trey Sermon won't play as well. And we know Javon Kinlaw won't play. And Kevin Givens, the defensive tackle, he's questionable to play with a hip injury, but he is active. So we'll see how much he can contribute to the team. Eric, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Eric. Hopefully your Sunday morning is going well. He says, good luck to the 49ers while my Browns play the Chiefs. That's going to be a great game. That's disappointing that the Browns and Chiefs weren't a Sunday night game. That would have been a great Sunday night game. The whole world would be watching. But I think the Browns got a good chance to beat the Chiefs. As long as they can run the ball, control the time of possession, I think they got a good shot to, dethrone or beat the Chiefs. Jay agrees. Joe Montana, he's the GOAT. 9129er says Trey Sermon is out. I guess Hasty and Mitchell getting that work in today. What's your thoughts? I don't think this will negatively affect the 49ers offense. I think we have good depth along that running back room, and I think we'll be fine if Trey Sermon does not play. And I'm excited to see Hasty and Mitchell get some touches in the regular season game. And, yeah, I think we'll be fine. As long as Trey Sermon's – I mean, let's see. It doesn't say – let's see. Yeah, that's interesting. It says that Trey Sermon is a healthy scratch. So why wouldn't he be playing? Unless – I don't – unless it's – I don't want to speculate. I'm not sure. But why would a player be a healthy scratch? I don't understand that. I'm sure more will come out about the Trey Sermon being a healthy scratch. So that's disappointing. But I think we'll be fine. We've got enough talent in the running back room, and I think we'll be fine against Detroit. Let's see. Yeah, and Jay says Aaron Banks won't play. Yeah, that's no surprise, because he was battling that shoulder injury. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that Banks won't play. And, right now he's sitting behind Daniel Brunskill at that right guard position. Livy's World, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Livy's World. She says, what's good? And when Jimmy G, has an excellent performance today, he's going to be throwing a few touchdown passes. I'm going to say, go, Jimmy, go, go, go. Go, Jimmy, go, go, go. I can't wait for that. And I appreciate you joining the stream, Livy's World. Thank you for your continued support. Rams House says he'll be rocking his Bobby Trees jersey. Robert Woods. Okay. Is Bobby Trees? That's Robert Woods' nickname or something? Interesting. Let's see. Yeah, Jay says, why is Norman out? I'm not sure. I don't know why he's out. And Trey Sermon was a healthy scratch. I don't understand why a player would be a healthy scratch. The only thing I could think of for a healthy scratch is for a disciplinary reason. But I don't want to speculate. I don't know. But why else would he be a healthy scratch? I don't understand that. And Norman being out, it doesn't say he's battling an injury. It could just be that he ain't ready. I mean, he's been sitting on the couch faithful. I mean, Norman, he hasn't had a training camp, no preseason, no mini camp. So maybe he's just not ready. Maybe it's just asking too much for him to be ready, in a matter of days. We signed him, a week ago? So that could be why Norman's out. So basically, opposite of Verrett, Lenore, Ambry Thomas, Dante Johnson, those are basically our corners who will be, up for that game. And maybe we'll see Jimmy Ward play a little corner. Maybe we'll see Jimmy Ward play a little corner, and maybe bring in Talanoa Hufanga at the safety position. Maybe. Let's see. Jay is not a fan of starting Ambry Thomas. Why not? Yeah, I mean he's had some struggles in preseason, in training camp. Obviously, Lenore has looked a little bit better. And I'm looking at the key inactives for Detroit. They don't have many big names. But for right now, the key inactives for the 49ers are cornerback Emmanuel Mosley, running back Trey Sermon, defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw, offensive lineman Aaron Brooks, and cornerback Josh Norman. Jay is a fan of starting Demo Lenore. I dig it. CG Ruthless Sports, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, CG. Hopefully your Sunday morning is going well, man. 912 Niner says healthy scratch because it's still preseason for us. Maybe did Trey? I don't think Trey Sermon played the last preseason game. I don't think. And I think that was due to, an injury. So maybe if this was a playoff game, Sermon would play, but maybe they want to give him more rest. I don't know. But that'd be interesting to see. I want to know why Trey Sermon is a healthy scratch. Jay says Joe Montana on Twitter has spoken. He hopes for a win. All right. That's dope, man. 49ers Ultimate Report says, Jay, you're right. Jimmy, that's my quarterback. Exactly. Jason says Norman is probably just not physically ready. Exactly. Yep. That's what I was thinking as well. He, like I said before, no training camp, no preseason, no mini camp. It's asking too much of him to play week one. He's just not physically ready yet. But I think against Detroit, we should be fine with the corners we have. Against Philly, I think we should be fine with the corners we have. And then against the Green Bay Packers, hopefully Mosley will be back. Hopefully Norman will be ready to play because we're going to need our corners. That'll be like our first test, I think, against the Green Bay Packers. Jason said a little bit. Lenore looks like the 5th rounder, and Ambry looks like Lenore looks like the 3rd rounder, and Ambry looks like the 5th. I would agree with that. Absolutely. I appreciate that 199 super sticker 49ers Ultimate Report. I appreciate that, man. Hot diggity dog. I appreciate that, man. Are you doing a live stream of the game, 49ers Ultimate Report? Let me know in them comments. Let me know, John J. 49ers First Takes. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, First Takes. He says, what's up, Jay? Here's hoping the coming rain don't knock out my direct TV signal. Oh, that'd be terrible. I hope that does not happen, man. That would be terrible. Jay says, Alex Smith said Jimmy is going to have the best season of his career. I could see that if he's given the opportunity because, as I've said before, for people who have watched me for months now, Jimmy G, his career is on the line, faithful. Jimmy G's starting quarterback career is on the line. If he has another injury-plagued season, he's not playing well when he is in there, then I don't know if another opportunity is going to trade for him and that team envisions him as being the starter. I just don't see that. But if Jimmy G balls out, well, let's just say he has a repeat of 2019, 27 TDs. Hopefully he can have those INTs under double figures. I think a team could see Jimmy G being their future starting quarterback. So, and I think the pressure is on Jimmy for sure, but I think maybe he'll play better with pressure. I think, since he's been with the team, there has been no backup quarterback that could legit be a starter that could take Jimmy's job. And now that's the case. And Jimmy playing with a chip on his shoulder, I think, that's what 49er fans want to see, or at least that's what I want to see, Jimmy playing with a chip on his shoulder. And it's weird because part of me is like, well, Jimmy has nothing to lose. He can play almost pressure free, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like he has pressure to stay healthy. I think that's the biggest pressure on Jimmy, to stay healthy. But as far as his play, I think he has pressure on him, but I feel like there's not much pressure because what else can he do? All he can do is stay healthy, perform well. He already knows this is going to be his last year with the 49ers. And he's looking forward to the next step of his career. So, but I think Jimmy will ball out. He'll play well, and I agree with what Alex Smith says. 49ers Ultimate Report says, yes, he will be streaming the game. That's good, man. Cool. I'll check you out for sure. Jay says, watch out, Jimmy might ball out. Jay says, Jimmy, thanks for everything. Absolutely. So let's see. I did want to talk about, let's get into these slides. So for those that are just tuning in, the current inactives for the game: cornerback Emmanuel Mosley, running back Trey Sermon, defensive tackle Javon Kinlaw, offensive lineman Aaron Banks, and cornerback Josh Norman. So I mean, we pretty much knew Mosley, Kinlaw, Banks were definitely going to be out of this game. I'm surprised Trey Sermon is a healthy scratch. I'm a little surprised with Josh Norman, but as Jason said, that he's just not physically ready, which makes sense because he hasn't had the time to get prepared. So that makes sense. But we hadn't really the thought was during the week that he would play. So it is a little surprising. And for those that don't know, the Detroit Lions offensive line, I would say that's probably their best unit. They have a young group, which is led by Taylor Decker, who is the left tackle. But Taylor Decker, unfortunately for the Lions, got injured this week. And at practice, he injured his hand, which is going to require surgery. So he will be out, for the next few weeks until his hand gets better. Now, the Detroit Lions top pick in the draft, Penei Sewell, the big man, the big offensive tackle from Oregon. He was highly touted coming out of college as one of the best offensive line prospects, that people have ever seen. And he's been playing the right tackle position in training camp and preseason. But due to Taylor Decker's injury, Penei Sewell will go from right tackle to the left tackle. So that would be an intriguing matchup, faithful. That'll be an intriguing matchup for Nick Bosa going up against Penei Sewell. That'll be an interesting matchup. I think Nick Bosa will have the upper hand in that matchup. I think Penei Sewell will get his welcome to the NFL rookie moment. And I think Nick Bosa should have at least 2 sacks in this game, at least the bare minimum. But the Detroit Lions offensive line is solid. Their center, Ragnew, is pretty good. And I think they're solid all around along the offensive line. That's probably their best unit beside, the tight end. But yeah. So to watch out for this week or this game today, the running backs, they have Swift, they have Williams. They should be a good 1-2 tandem when they play teams who are weaker against the run. So obviously this game, I don't see them doing anything special. I think they should be contained. And then, of course, we got to watch out for T.J. Hockenson. He is, one of the better tight ends in the league. And looking at T.J. Hawkinson's stats last year, so Hockenson he played in 16 games last year. He had 67 catches, 723 yards, and 6 touchdowns. So T.J. Hockenson, definitely a productive player. I want to see how DeMeco Ryans uses our defensive players. Who's he going to put on T.J. Hockenson? Fred Warner, Jimmy Ward, Dre Greenlaw. That'd be interesting to see. But yeah, for me, I feel like those are the only weapons on the Detroit Lions offense. You know, they got Perriman at wide receiver. He's a speedster, but he's been bouncing around teams all throughout his career. Tyrone Williams, he was pretty good in San Diego when he was with the Chargers. He sat out last year due to COVID. He had one season with the Raiders, but he wasn't very productive. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if those receivers can, take advantage of a rookie in, Demo Lenore or in, Thomas or Dante Johnson, because those basically are our four corners for the game. That's what we're going to have to roll with. Five. Verrett, K1, but he'll be primarily in the slot. Demo Lenore, Ambry Thomas, and Dante Johnson. So those will be the corners. And but yeah, I think those are basically the weapons for the Lions, but none of them really scare me. I'm not too concerned about them. And on defense, they got Jeffrey Okuda. He's a young corner. He was drafted number 3 overall last year. He battled injuries in his rookie season, but Jeffrey Okuda is a guy to watch out for. I mean, he was a top 3 pick last year, and he's looking to have a bounce back sophomore season. So that'll be an intriguing matchup. Ayuk and Debo versus Okuda, and let's see who wins that matchup. Also, they have Romeo Okoro. He led the team with the Detroit Lions last year in pressures with 61, and he also had 10 sacks. So he is someone to look out for because he is a productive pass rusher. Okoro, let's see if he'll be matched up against Trent or McGlinchey, and that could be an intriguing matchup. So those are the 2 best defensive players I see on the Lions, the corner Okuda and the edge rusher Okoro. Those are the 2 best defensive players. They got Trey Flowers, but he's been so-so with the Lions. He hasn't really been great like he was with the Patriots. So, at every position, I see the Niners winning. So I think this should be – that's why I think the Niners should win this game easily by multiple touchdowns. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Lawrence Jackson Jr., what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, LJ. He says, what's happening, Jay? It's all good on a Sunday morning. Kickoff is today. Faithful, we are about 57 minutes from kickoff from the Niners and Lions playing. So I'm definitely geeked up. I can't wait. Thanks for tuning in to the stream, Lawrence. 49ers Ultimate Report says, thanks for streaming before the game. Jay and the Bay rocks. I appreciate that, Jay. I appreciate that, 49ers Ultimate Report. Thank you very much. And Bay Area Throwbacks, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Bay Area Throwbacks. He says, less than an hour away. Let's get it. Exactly. Let's see. Jay says, breaking news, the 49ers have a package ready for Trey Lance. That's no surprise to me. I think Trey Lance will play in this game. Now, that's a great question for people who are on right now. Let me create a banner real quick. How many plays do you think Trey Lance will play today? Let's see. How many plays do you think Trey Lance will play today? I would say over or under 10. Let me know in them comments. Over or under 10 plays for the young bull. Let me know in them comments. Let me know. How many plays do you think Trey Lance will play today? Over or under 10 plays? I think if the game progresses how I think it will happen, I think it could be over 10 plays because from all reports, Trey was limited in practice, but he was throwing with the football. I remember the week after the Raider game, he was not throwing with the football, but this week he has been throwing with the football. So he seems to be a full 100% go. And, if the Niners get to a nice two touchdown lead, maybe even 3 touchdown lead, and it's the fourth quarter, why not put Trey Lance in the game and let him work against actual NFL talent, first string players? So, yeah, I could see Trey Lance having over 10 snaps. What do you guys think? How many plays do you think Trey Lance will play today? Over or under 10 plays? Let me know in them comments. But I think it'll be over 10. Let's see. So something else I wanted to talk about, for those that are just tuning in, who are the Detroit Lions? That's something that people, I obviously just mentioned their top players. They brought in a new regime this year. Obviously, they let go of, Matt Patricia. That was definitely a not a great hire. That did not work out. So they bring in Dan Campbell, former player. He's been an interim head coach with the Miami Dolphins. He's been a coach around the NFL, but he's never been a offensive or defensive coordinator. And it's interesting that he was elevated to the head coaching position for the Lions. I guess he's a great interview. I guess we can see that from his press conference. But along with Dan Campbell, there's offensive coordinator Anthony Lynn. He used to be the LA Chargers, head coach. So he brings his perspective to the team. He's also a former player. Also, they have defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn. And for those that have been watching football for a while, Aaron Glenn, they know Aaron Glenn is a former cornerback. I believe he used to play for the New Orleans Saints, and he's the defensive coordinator. So the top three coaches have all been former players. So I think they definitely command respect immediately from the current players because, hey, the coaches have done it at the highest level before. They've actually played the game. And I think that, I think players respect that for sure. And also the Lions, they have a new general manager. I think they did pretty good in the draft. They drafted, of course, Penei Sewell first overall or seventh overall, first round. The next two picks, they drafted defensive tackles. So I think they're definitely trying to build in the trenches, and I think that's how teams should be built. You build the offensive line, you build the defensive line, because that's where the game is won and lost, in the trenches. That's what I feel. And I don't think the Lions will lay down. I think we'll beat them, but I don't think they'll lay down. I don't think so at all. And let's see, we got a few new comments. Let's see. Jay says, I think Trey might be used as a wide receiver. I hope not. I don't think so, Jay. I think you're kidding, though. Let's see. Fernando, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Fernando. He says, how's it going, Jay in the Bay? It's all good on a Sunday morning. We are about 52 minutes from kickoff. Faithful. Let's see. Fernando's offering his score prediction. He's got the Niners winning 34-9. I can dig it. I can see that. Absolutely. I can see that. Let's see. I had a question for you guys. Let me know if this interests you. Do the 49ers, well, first let's say, obviously the 49ers had a terrible year last year. We know the injuries. And going into the season, there's a lot of expectations. I think Lynch did an excellent job in adding talent to not only, of course, the quarterback position, the running back room, wide receivers, offensive line, defensive line, the secondary. He's done an excellent job adding new talent to the team. Now, so my question for the faithful, for the Niner Empire, do the 49ers need to win the Super Bowl this year to have a great season, a successful season? Is it basically, is the 49ers season this year Super Bowl or bust? That's the question I have for you guys. And I think this is an intriguing question because if we're basing it on last year, I would say no. It isn't a Super Bowl or bust year because we didn't even make the playoffs last year. Jimmy G obviously was hurt. That definitely, hurt the team. And if we're basing it off of last year, I think if we just get to the playoffs, I think that is a successful season, especially if Jimmy G plays, the bulk of the games. But there's no doubt the fan in me wants the team to compete and win a Super Bowl every year. We know that's not always realistic. But I think we have as good a chance as any other team in our division to win, the NFC West division and to have a deep run in the playoffs. Obviously, we'll see what happens with our health. But let me know in the comments, do the 49ers need to win the Super Bowl this year to have a great season? Let me know in them comments. Looks like Jay Mouse is giving his prediction for the game. He's got the 49ers winning 28 and the Lions 14. Okay, 28-14 Niners. All right. I can see that. Yeah, I haven't seen any 49ers fans say that the Niners are going to lose. So I think it's pretty clear that the Niners have an advantage. You know, uh, upper management, coaching, pretty much every positional group. The Niners have an advantage. I don't think there's any position group on the Lions who are better than the Niners. If you guys think so, let me know in them comments. And so I think there are 5 keys to victory for the 49ers against the Detroit Lions. Obviously, this is a road game. We had to fly down to Motown. It's an early kick. And I think this is a great time to have an early kick, 10 a.m. kickoff for a West Coast team. It's week 1. I think this is a perfect time to have it. And we have that 2 weeks in a row when we play the Eagles next Sunday. So I think that's a great time to have a 10 a.m. kick. I'm trying to think, is that the only time we have a 10 a.m. kick? Let me check the schedule real quick. Because usually that's always a disadvantage for West Coast teams to fly all the way to the East Coast and to have an early a.m. start, especially later on in the season. But let's see. I think these next 2 games might be the only 10 a.m. kicks. Let's see. So we do have a game October 31st, Halloween, against the Chicago Bears. That's going to be a 10 a.m. kick. So we have 3 so far. Also, 49ers at Jags, November 21st. That's a 10 a.m. kick. And 49ers at Bengals, December 12th. That's a 10 a.m. kick. So I think we have, 5 games that are 10 a.m. Kickoff. So those are the Jags and Bengals. I know people were saying earlier that week 1, it could be a trap game, but I think those are the trap games. November 21st, the 49ers got to fly down to Jacksonville at 10 a.m. kick. That could be a trap game. 49ers at Bengals, December 12th, 10 a.m. That could be a trap game. So I think those are the trap games. We have to fly across the country. Most likely the Bengals and Jags, their seasons will already be over. So we definitely have to have the right mindset in those games for sure. Let's see. We got some comments. Let's see. Jay says he thinks the Niners will be 12-5. All right. I agree with that. Young Hitter says, how do you think our cornerbacks will do against Jared Goff? Now, there's no doubt. Jared Goff, I think he is a solid quarterback. Is he terrible? No. Does he turn over the ball too much to be an elite quarterback? Absolutely. But let's be real. Jared Goff has played in a Super Bowl. Granted, he was terrible, but he has had playoff success. Jared Goff has had more playoff success than Matt Stafford. But then you can say, well, the Rams have had a better team, which is true. But I think it depends. If Jared Goff is comfortable in the pocket and we are unable to get a pass rush on Goff, then yeah, I think Goff he has the potential to, look his best. I think so. If we can get good pressure on Goff and he's able to stand in the pocket for longer than 4 to 5 seconds, which I don't think that'll happen. But if he does, yeah, I think any NFL quarterback, if they have that amount of time in the pocket, they can pick apart a secondary. I agree, because the secondary could pretty much only cover 4 or 5 seconds, if that. Once if it's a fly route and the wide receiver just running down the field, then yeah, the corner could keep up with him and run with him. But as soon as they, run a post pattern or a quick out or a corner route, the cornerback needs to be on the wide receiver's hip. If not, then they're going to have to resort to grabbing. But it'll be interesting to see. We're going to have 2 rookies out there today, opposite Verrett, Lenore and Thomas. Let's see how those 2 rookies do in their first NFL game. I'm sure they're going to have jitters. I'm sure, they're going to be on pins and needles, faithful. And then, of course, we got Dante Johnson, who is the consummate professional, man. He is a professional, and he's played in games before. Obviously, we don't want to rely on him to play significant snaps throughout the regular season, but he's been there before, and that's why, the 49ers brought Dante Johnson back because, he knows the system. He's Shanahan's guy, man. So, but I think the cornerbacks won't be the issue. I think it'll be the pressure. If we can get pressure on Goff, I think it'll definitely help the cornerbacks. and it'll make their job a lot easier. Let's see. Bay Area throwbacks. He says, I feel like you want to win that Super Bowl. Your window can be small. We missed out in that 3-year span when we had that core group of Gore, Willis, Bowman, and them. So you want to win. But this group is younger, so we might have a bigger window if we don't win this year. Of course, yeah, I definitely agree. We definitely want to win the Super Bowl every year. And yeah, it sucks that we didn't get that Super Bowl when, Gore, Willis, and Bowman were at their prime, Justin Smith, Aldon Smith, Ahmad Brooks, Crabtree, Cap, Alex Smith. So definitely sucks that we didn't get that Super Bowl then. But, I think if we don't get to the Super Bowl this year, will it be a disappointment? Yes. Will it be a disappointing season or a failure? I think that's another question, but I don't think it'll be a failure if we don't get the Super Bowl, but it will be disappointing. Now, a failure would be if we're healthy, the main core guys are healthy, obviously quarterback, wide receivers, tight ends, defensive line, offensive line. If we're healthy for majority of the season and we don't make the playoffs, that's a failure to me. I think it's definitely we have to make the playoffs bare minimum. But yeah, we'll see what happens once the postseason starts. But I appreciate your thoughts, Bay Area throwbacks. Tommy Huxley, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Tommy. He says Josh Norman is not playing today. Yeah, it seems like he's a healthy scratch along with Trey Sermon. And what are your thoughts on that, Tommy? Why do you think Josh Norman is out today? Why is he not playing? I think, as some people have said in the chat, that he's just not physically ready to play, which would make a lot of sense. Luke Luna, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Luke. So, Luke, since you're in the chat, I'm going to read you the current inactives for the 49ers. So, we've got Emmanuel Mosley. He's dealing with the knee injury. Emmanuel Mosley is inactive. Javon Kinlaw, also dealing with the knee injury. He is inactive. And Trey Sermon is a healthy scratch. I don't know why Trey Sermon will not be active today. No clue. Hopefully we get more information about that as the day progresses. Josh Norman, unfortunately, will not be playing. And also Aaron Brooks, the guard we drafted second round this year, will not be playing as well. And that news was reported on Twitter by the 49ers, Luke. Niner Sickness, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Niner Sickness. Hopefully your Sunday morning is going well, man. He says, good morning, faithful. Tommy Huxley says, Trey Sermon, Banks, E-Man, Kinlaw, Norman, all out. Yep. Let's see. Let's continue on with these comments. Let's see. Niner Sickness says, hola, Jay and the Bay, como estas? I'm doing real good, Niner Sickness. I'm doing real good. We are, 39 minutes, 41 minutes prior to kickoff. I'm very geeked up, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Let's see. Luke Luma says, Tommy, well, it's probably too early for Norman. Needs a little more system time and workout time, or are they saying he's injured? There's no injury report for Josh Norman. So basically, he's a healthy scratch. And I think, like people have said, he's just not physically ready. He had no training camp, no preseason, no mini camp. So he's just not ready to play. And I can understand that. Yeah, Tommy says they didn't say why, but I think if it's not injury related, then I think he's just not physically ready. 49ers Ultimate Report, thanks for tuning in, man. He says, great stream, Jay. Got to go getting ready for my stream of the game. Hope the faithful can stop by. Go Niners. Absolutely. Definitely check in on you. 49ers Ultimate Report. Thanks for tuning in. Young Hitter says, yeah, most definitely. Luke Luna says he can't wait to wear his George Kittle jersey for the games. Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in, Joe Montana. Thank you for gracing us with your presence today in the stream, man. Continue to be great, Joe. Bay Area Throwback says, got you. Good point. Fernando says he's just excited for winning football games. I am too, man. Let's see. We got we got X Frosted Edits on TikTok. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream. Shout out to your Steelers, man. Good luck. Who do you guys play today? The Steelers. I'm trying to think. Is it the Bills? I think the Steelers play the Bills. Good luck in that game, man. Y'all gonna need it. Luke Luna says, well, it's always disappointing, Jay, but I agree. We are not Super Bowl or bust. This division is a tough one, especially this year, at least projections. Yeah, I don't think we're Super Bowl or bust. I think if we miss the playoffs, that's a failure for sure, especially if we're healthy. But I think we can contend in our division for sure. I think we can line up with any team in our division, in our conference, and I think we should be able to be competitive for sure and win games. Let's see. Jay says the refs screwed us in Super Bowl 47. There was no PI call at the end. Tommy says Steelers losing to the Bills, most likely. Caden Jenkins, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, KJ. He says, "Sup, Jay? I'm sick, but I'm okay, man. Yeah, hopefully you heal up, man. I'm sorry to hear that. No one wants to be sick, and that's definitely one of the worst things is to be sick. But hopefully you continue to get better, man. Thanks for tuning in to the stream. Hopefully the Niners can bring you some joy today by winning, man." Niner Sickness says, "Hell yeah, let's go. Football starts at 10 a.m., baby. That's right." We have to go over Jay's 5 keys to victory. Definitely have to go over that. Let's get into that now. So I think number 5, and it starts on the defensive side of the ball for the 49ers. And this is Jay's 5 keys to victory. Number 5, I think we need to force Detroit's offense to be one-dimensional. What do you mean, Jay? What are you talking about? I think offenses work best when you can run the ball effectively and you can pass the ball effectively. I think, though, if a defense can stop a team's either running game or passing game and make them only focus on one area, I think that's a win for the defense. I think the Lions will try to establish the run. I think their offensive line is probably the best core unit on the team. And they're going to try to impose their will on the 49ers. And the 49ers defensive line will have to win in the trenches. And if we stop the Lions running game, I think that'll make, that'll put more pressure on Jared Goff. I think that would put more pressure on Jared Goff to have to beat us through the air in the passing game. And I think if the Lions are one-dimensional and they're continually trying to pass the ball, I think that'll definitely help the defensive line. That means they don't have to worry about running plays. They can just fly after the quarterback, and I think that'll put more pressure on Jared Goff. So that's my number 5 key for the game today. The 49ers defense needs to force the Detroit Lions offense to be one-dimensional, and I think we will do that, and that'll lead us to have a better chance to win the game in Motown. Let's see. Jay says Jimmy G made a kid's day at the game. He gave him something. I think I saw that. Yeah, I think he was leaving the field, and he gave him like a wristband or, a glove or something like that. But, yeah, that was very nice of Jimmy G to do. Young Hitter says the Niners Empire. Absolutely. Redder 4, what's good? Appreciate you coming through to the stream, Redder. That's a nice avatar you got there. Good luck to your Steelers today against them good old Buffalo Bills. But he says his Steelers are going to get killed. You never know, man. It's week 1. Maybe Juju will have a bounce back year. Hey, y'all got Najee though. Y'all got Najee Harris. He a beast. Maybe if you guys can establish the run, you keep you'll stay in the game. So I think it'll be closer than what you think. I don't think you guys will get blown out unless you guys turn over the ball on offense multiple times. I think it'll be a close game. mean, TJ Watt, he a made man now, baby. TJ Watt got the bag. So TJ Watt's he going to be after Josh Allen, that's for sure. Jay says, yeah, the Bills are too tough. I think the Bills will win, but I think it'll be close. I wonder what the spread is for that game. Tommy agrees with me that Redder, it will be close. I think so, too. Luke Luna has, so he's got 36-13 or 36-17 Niners. I can see that. Absolutely. So my number 4 of Jay's keys to victory. Hold on one second. Let me take this off. Okay. The 49ers defense needs to force 2 turnovers. Now, whether that be, forcing a fumble, whether that be forcing an interception or 2 by Jared Goff, I think we definitely need to start off the season right and, start it off with getting some turnovers. I think this is as D'Amico Ryan said, it's going to be an attacking defense. I think we're going to bring pressure. We're going to blitz Jared Goff, and that'll force him to make, some quick decisions, and he may have to throw the ball, sooner than he wants to, and that could cause some turnovers. I think that'll go a long way for this defense if we can force some turnovers. I know in 2019 we did that. I think a few times. The first game of the season, Richard Sherman had an interception. I think he returned for a touchdown against Tampa Bay. Turnovers, not only do they prevent the offense from scoring a touchdown or scoring points, they also flip the field. They flip the field and they flip the field. Obviously, the 49ers offense would have less yards to get to the end zone. So that's why also I think that the turnovers are important. And Jared Goff, his last 2 games against the Niners, I think I wrote that down. Let me check that real quick. I think he wrote, let's see. Did I write that down? I don't see it, but I think Jared Goff, his last 2 games against the Niners, I think he's only thrown 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And this 49ers defense, I think is better than last year. I think we're going to have a healthy Nick Bosa, a healthy D Ford. Now, Shanahan said they're not going to be on snap count, but I find that hard to believe. I mean, if there's 50 defensive stats for the Niners, y'all really think D Ford and Nick Bosa is going to play like 40, 45? I'd be shocked by that. But, who knows? But I would be surprised if Bosa and Ford are playing majority of the snaps. This is a marathon, faithful. This is not no sprint. And I think, they're definitely going to be on a snap count. I don't see how they won't be. But I think that's the smartest thing to do. You want to ease them back into the game, especially since Bosa and Ford, they didn't play any preseason games. I think the best thing is to have them on a snap count and slowly ramp up their activity as the weeks of the season go on. But, I think the 49ers, that's Jay and the Bay's 4th key to victory. 49ers defense needs to force 2 turnovers. And I think we can definitely make that happen against Jared Goff. Let's continue on with these comments. Niner Sickness says, I'm super pumped. 30 more minutes. Let's get it. Absolutely. Jay agrees with Niner Sickness excitement. 30 more minutes. Niner Sickness says, so what? Trey Sermon being inactive, do you guys think we're going to see a lot of Elijah Mitchell? I think so. We obviously Mostert, I think I think his carries will be limited. So I think we'll see a lot of Jermichael Hasty and Elijah Mitchell. Niner Sickness, what's up with that, man? I mean, what's up with Trey Sermon? Why is he a healthy scratch from the game? This is surprising. I didn't hear anything from practice this week that said he was limited. From what I've heard, he was active during practice. He practiced every day. So I don't understand why he's a healthy scratch unless someone can tell me otherwise, that he was limited in practice or that he didn't practice at all. I'm surprised. I'm shocked, faithful. Why was Trey Sermon a healthy scratch? If anyone has any answers, let me know. Y'all know it in them comments. So we got to go into Jay in the Bay's number 3 keys to victory. Let me take this comment off. Give me 1 second. All right. Number 3, we need to, well, first of all, let me say, based on last year, the offensive line needed to be improved. I think every Niner fan can agree on that. The offensive line needed to be improved. I think we needed to get more depth along the defensive line. And Kerry Hyder, I know some people love Kerry Hyder, or some people say that Kerry Hyder was, overrated. But, Kerry Hyder, let's be real. He led the team in sacks. Faithful. Kerry Hyder had 8 sacks last year. I was disappointed to see him go. But, he went up to Seattle. He got his money. I'm happy that, he got his money. But the 49ers, let's be real, we needed to replace his production. And I'm glad that the 49ers, drafted well. We picked up Jalen Moore. We got Aaron Banks. I think that'll definitely help the offensive line possibly this year and for years to come. Along that defensive line, we added Samson Ibuka from the good old LA Rams. We added Arden Key, former Las Vegas Raider. We kept DJ Jones. We still have Kentavious Street. We have Kevin Givens. Added Zach Kerr. Maurice Hurst, he's on IR, I believe. I believe he's on IR with a high ankle sprain. But he should be back. We can't forget about Jordan Willis, who had a safety sack in the preseason. So we have a lot of depth along the offensive and defensive line. And shout out to John Lynch. And hopefully those moves pay off. All signs are pointing to them. And I mentioned this because Jay in the Bay's third key of the game is we got to win in the trenches on offense and defense, both sides of the ball, faithful. And as I'm sure many of you heard before, the NFL games are decided in the trenches. If you can't block on the offensive line, look at the Super Bowl last year. That tells you all you need to know with them KC Chiefs. If you can't block, you're not going to be successful on offense. So it starts on the offensive line. I think Lynch did an excellent job bringing back the big silver back in Trent Williams and also Alex Mack. I think McGlinchey's going to have a bounce back year. He added some weight to him. And that'll be another matchup I'm looking at. How is Mike McGlinchey going to play? Obviously, his play will be scrutinized all season based on what he did last year, but as long as every offensive lineman on the team. But, yeah, we got to win on the offensive line. We got to be able to create holes for the running game. We got to be able to have a clean pocket for Jimmy G so Jimmy G can look to the right and Jimmy G can look to the left. So we have to have a clean pocket for Jimmy G. We got to create holes for the running game. And on defense, we got to get after the quarterback. We got to get after Goff, make him feel uncomfortable in the pocket. And then we also have to stop the run. So I think we have to win on both sides of the ball in the trenches. That's where games are won and lost. And I think we will be successful in that area. Let's see. We got some more comments. Let's see. Luke Zach 11. What's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Luke Zach. He says Chiefs versus Niners is my Super Bowl prediction. All right, a rematch. Okay. Good luck to your Chiefs this year. I think you got a tough game against the Browns week 1. That should be a pretty good game. I wish that was a Sunday night game. Young Hitter says it's almost that time. That's right. Niner sickness in regards to Trey Sermon being a healthy scratch. He says it's a total surprise to me about Trey Sermon. Still scratching my head, brother. Me too, man. I don't get it. What's going on, faithful? I don't think Trey Sermon being out will affect the outcome of the game, but I just wanted to see, our top running back, who was drafted this year. I want to see him. 3rd round pick out of Ohio State. I just want to, see Trey Sermon. So I'm sure we'll maybe after the game, Shanahan will talk to reporters about that, like why Trey Sermon was inactive, especially if he's considered healthy, because they termed it a healthy scratch. So yeah, that's confusing to me. Why Trey Sermon is out. My number 2 key to victory for the red and gold, for the faithful, the Niner Empire. Number 2, the 49ers offense needs to convert on third downs. You say, Jay, why is this important? Because we have to have sustained long drives. This is what Shanahan wants to do on offense. He wants to run the ball down the opponent's throat. He wants to have consecutive third down conversions. We can keep that clock rolling. And also, I added to this, the 49ers need to win the time of possession. And those two things kind of go hand in hand. If the 49ers win the time of possession, most likely that means that we've converted on, multiple third downs. We have long touchdown drives, like, 13, 15 play drives, take up about 8 minutes and leads to, a touchdown, preferably. Or at least at the bare minimum, put points up on the board. Also, this tires out the Detroit Lions defense. If we're able to do this, the 49ers defense will continue to be fresh. They won't have to continually go back on the field. And I think also I'm going to add to this, the 49ers defense need to have several 3-and-outs against the Detroit Lions offense. I think that would definitely, obviously, they'll put the 49ers offense back on the field. And, we won't allow the Detroit Lions offense to get into a rhythm. And so that's my number 2 key. Win the time of possession, convert third downs on offense. And obviously on defense, prevent the Lions from converting third downs. So that's Jay and the Bay's number 2 key to victory. Let's see. Luke Luna, hot diggity dog. I appreciate that super chat, Luke Luna, $1.49. I appreciate that, man. Goes a long way. Luke Luna says, good luck, super chats, number 1 49ers. For those that are still in, I appreciate if you hit the thumbs up button for the stream. Let YouTube and I know that you're enjoying the stream. Also, Niner sickness, and anyone else who hasn't heard my question that I had before, Luke Luna, how many plays do you think Trey Lance will play today? Over or under 10 plays? Let me know in them comments. Let me know what you guys think. I think obviously Jimmy G will play the bulk of the, majority of the plays. But, if we're up, let's say we're up, the fourth quarter starts, the Niners are up, 28-10 or something like that. Would Jimmy come out of the game and Trey Lance would, take a few series? That could happen. And that's one question I have for you guys. How many plays will Trey Lance play? Over under 10 plays. And since this is week 1, do the 49ers have to win the Super Bowl this year to have a successful season? Those are my 2 questions for you guys, everyone that's still here in the stream. And we are, 21 minutes till kickoff, faithful. Let me know. Let's see. Jay says, let's get this dub. Absolutely. And Jay's final key to victory. And it's up on the screen. So I have the 49ers need to score TDs in the red zone. I think this is definitely an area where successful teams, the elite teams, the upper echelon teams, they all can score in the red zone. And this is an area where obviously Kyle Shanahan has said, yeah, we're going to put Trey Lance in some red zone packages because he could be a bigger threat, with the 49ers in the red zone because of Hey, he can run the ball in with his legs. But we seen Jimmy G run the ball in too, faithful. but yeah, the 49ers, we need to score in the red zone, preferably touchdowns. I think like I mentioned before, the best teams in the NFL are able to score in the red zone. And, because when we play the Lions, um, they're obviously not as talented as we are. But when we play other teams that are just as good as us, or if not better, we definitely need to convert in the red zone. We need to convert. We need to score touchdowns because usually when you play the best teams, kicking field goals, they just don't win games. You got to be able to score touchdowns. And I'm looking forward to see how the Niners offense runs in the red zone. And hopefully we can score touchdowns. Hopefully we can convert in the red zone. I think that's very important for the offense as a whole. And yeah, those are Jay and the Bay's 5 keys to victory. Number 5, force Detroit's offense to be one-dimensional. Number 4, 49ers defense forced 2 turnovers. Number 3, win in the trenches on both sides of the ball. Number 2, 49ers offense needs to convert on third downs, and we need to win the time of possession. And the last key, 49ers offense needs to score touchdowns in the red zone. Those are my keys to the game. And let's continue on with these comments. Jay says, don't let Detroit get to you, 49ers. We got this. Niners sickness. Niners sickness is coming with some breaking news. He says, breaking news. Jay and the Bay is one hell of a content creator. Everyone share his live. I appreciate the kind words, Niners sickness. I appreciate that, man. What's your prediction of the game today, Niners sickness? Leave your score prediction of the game in them comments. I think Luke Luna gave his. I think Jay gave his. But everyone in the chat, leave your prediction for the score of the game. I'm going to say this. I think Jared Goff, he's a solid quarterback. If he has a clean pocket, he could make some plays with his arm. I agree with that. And obviously, T.J. Hockenson is the Lions' best offensive weapon, so he will be a key to watch. And of course, Penei Sewell, he's playing left tackle today. He's going up against Nick Bosa. Definitely looking forward to that matchup. Nick Bosa against Penei Sewell. T.J. Hockenson against the 49ers defense. Looking forward to that. And, those are the best weapons. I know the Detroit Lions got two solid running backs. And we'll see how we were able to manage those running backs. But I think those are the key matchups. And then, of course, the Niners running game against the Detroit Lions defense, I think we should be able to win that battle. And I think we'll win the battle on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. And I think the Niners will win this game 31-14. I think that'll be the score. Young Hitter is giving us his score of the 49ers-Lions game. He's got the Niners winning 37-17. All right. And I think there's a reason why, we're favored in Vegas by, I believe, the second highest odds this week. I think it's 7.5 points. It might be more now, but the Niners are favored by that much because we're just a more talented team. Jay says, please, I hope it's not a trap game. I don't think it can be a trap game, Jay. It's week 1. I don't think there are no trap games in week 1. I just don't see it. Jay says, I don't want to say when it rains, it pours. Oh, man. I think we'll know. We'll know. Hopefully the 49ers offense gets the ball first. Or even if the Lions get the ball first, I think it'll be a 3-and-out. I think we'll get a 3-and-out if the Detroit Lions get the ball first. And then we'll see. Then we'll see the show being a punt returner because that's what they say. Brandon Ayuk will be the punt returner. Definitely something I'm not. If he's a playmaker at that position, I guess it's great, right? That's why you put the best player there at punt returner because he's a playmaker. I just don't want him to get hurt. He's already hampered with a lingering hamstring injury. Now we're putting him at special teams as a punt returner. So that'd be interesting to see, though. See how Ayuk does being a punt returner with the Lions, versus the Lions. Elijah Mitchell's going to be the kick returner, so that'd be cool to see. And yeah, I'm excited for the game. Looks like we are 15 minutes out. Let's see. Niners Sickness has the Niners winning 37, the Lions 28. I could see the Lions getting some garbage points like in the last maybe 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. I could see that. But 28 points, that's a lot. I don't think they would do that in the first like 2-3 quarters of the game. I think maybe they score a touchdown or maybe 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter as garbage time. But yeah, I definitely think the Niners will still win. Oh, Niners Sickness has changed his prediction. Now he's got the Niners winning 37 and the Lions winning. He's got the Niners winning 37-17. Interesting. Why'd you change your pick, Niners Sickness? What's up with that, Niners Sickness? Why you change your pick, man? Sean T. Uber, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Sean T. Leave your prediction for the game, man. Let me know in them comments. Let me know your prediction for the game, Sean T. Robert Davis, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, Rob. He says 38-3 Niners, and Don Burr goes into hibernation until next year. Oh, man, that's pretty good. Yeah, Don Burr, he has been talking a lot. I can't lie. He has been talking a lot, Don Burr, talking about the Lions are going to beat the Niners and all this. But he got the right reaction. That's what he wanted. He wanted his name out there. And that's how you get your name out there, by saying outlandish things. So, but thanks for tuning in to the stream, Rob. John T. Uber says Niners will win with Jimmy, but at the helm. Okay, yeah. So Niners, yeah, and I think Jimmy will play the bulk of the plays. If it's the fourth quarter, the start of the fourth quarter, and the Niners are up by like 17 points. I mean, you never know. 15 minutes, that's still a lot of time. I think Jimmy would probably still play. Maybe if it was like 5 minutes left and we're up by 17 or up by 14, then maybe they put Trey in to, hey, take the rest of the reps. But that'd be intriguing to see. Robert Davis says, what's good, Brother Jay? I'm doing good on a Sunday. 12 minutes till kickoff. Cedric Sprouse, what's good? Appreciate you joining the stream, man. He says 41-10, baby. Niners Nation. All right. I can agree with that. 41-10. And shout out to everyone watching. intheBay Facebook, intheBay YouTube. I appreciate it. If you're still in the stream, make sure you hit the thumbs up button for the stream. Let me and YouTube know that you're enjoying the stream, man. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed. Rob Davis says Don Burr will have to sell his season tickets to pay all the bets he's going to owe. I hope he's not that delusional. I mean, you can say, hey, the Lions will win, but if you actually betted on that, that's insane. That's pretty crazy. Shout out to everyone who was in the chat today. Shout out to Luke Luna and 49ers Ultimate Report who provided those super chats. I appreciate that. I will be having a post-game live stream. I think I set the time for 1:30, most likely. But yeah, hopefully you guys can join me. It may not be that long. I guess we'll see. It depends on what happens in the game. But yeah, I appreciate everyone joining me this morning. We early on the West Coast for the pregame show. Niner Sickness says that was a typo, bro. LOL. I can dig it. But yeah, everyone enjoy the game. 10 minutes till kickoff. Hot digging it dog. I can't wait. And let's go Niners. And I will end the show. Let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. Let's go Niners. I appreciate everyone coming through to the stream this morning. Obviously, I think the Niners are going to win this game. I got them winning 31-14. And everyone enjoy the game. And I will see you guys. M. Reynolds, what's good? He says he's got the Niners winning 42-10. Defense scores 2 touchdowns. I can see that. Absolutely. But everyone have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the game. I'm excited with you as well, Sean T. And, of course, Jay and the Bay is always faithful to the Bay. And thanks for watching your boy, Jay in the Bay. Go Niners.